Ozark Highlands Radio is brought to you by the Ozark Folk Center State Park in Mountain View, Arkansas. A wonderful way to enjoy yesterday. On the web at ozarkfolkcenter.com. And by Stone Bank, a community bank supporting entrepreneurs and farmers nationwide with loans guaranteed by the USDA, SBA, and Farm Services Agency. Learn more at stonebank.com. And the Arkansas Arts Council, empowering the arts for the benefit of all Arkansans. On the web at arkansasarts.org. And by the Committee of 100 for the Ozark Folk Center, preserving Ozark folk culture since 1974 through music roots, craft apprenticeships, and the Heritage Herb Garden. Learn more at ofc100.org.
Hello, everybody. This is Dave Smith, host of Ozark Highlands Radio. Welcome to our show. We have another special show for you this week as we feature another collection of contemporary folk singers with unique and authentic voices, recorded live here at the Ozark Folk Center State Park. Our producer, Jeff Glover, uncovers an archival recording of Ozark original Pam Setzer, and writer and professor Dr. Brooks Blevins profiles legendary balladeer Oscar Gilbert. All that this week on Ozark Highlands Radio. This week, I've asked our producer, Jeff Glover, to come up with tunes from musicians that played here at the Folk Center that have unique and interesting voices. So let's head down to the vault and see what he's come up with.
Well, hello, Dave.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, I got your request.
Okay, have you been working on it?
Man,
down
I've
here?
been working like crazy on this. I got a whole collection of stuff for you.
Really?
Yeah, I got some really, really good stuff.
Well,
too.
what have you got?
Well, we did a show called Voices a while back. And,
That's
you know,
right.
it's about people that have authentic and interesting voices in folk music, which
Yeah.
is a pretty common thing, really. Probably more so than in other types of music, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Now, the first one that I have actually wasn't recorded at the Folk Center. It was recorded at South on Main, which is a place down in Little Rock. It's the Oxford American Magazine's concert venue, and we did a partnership with them that year. This one is a lady named Amethyst Kia, and she's doing a traditional song called Bury Me Under the Weeping Willow Tree.
Let's hear it.
My heart is sad and I'm in sorrow for the only one I love. When will I see him? Oh no, never. Till I meet him in heaven above. Oh, bury me under the weeping willow, yes, under the weeping willow tree, so he may know when I am sleeping, and perhaps he'll weep for me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, the Amethyst is a fine singer.
Amazing.
African-American singer, of course. And,
Fantastic.
And what a voice.
She's from Johnson City, Tennessee. She got a degree in bluegrass. You know, she's one of those people, East Tennessee State University. She won a Grammy Award nomination in 2020 for her own original song. She's just fantastic. Yeah. This next one that I've got is a guy from Northwest Arkansas that's played here quite a bit at the Folk Center. His name's Willie Carlisle.
Oh, yeah, I've played with Willie some. He's a great musician. He plays fiddle, banjo, guitar, and button accordion. You don't find a lot of button accordion players around.
That's true, he does, yeah. And he's really, really passionate, and the way he presents his voice in these songs is really effective in the storytelling, and that's important in folk music, I think. Here, he's doing a song from 1926 written by a guy named David McCarn called Cotton Mill Colic.
Let's hear that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you people something that's true. When you work at the mill, tell you what you gotta do. Get up in the morning before daylight, labor all day until it gets night. You work all day and get pale in the face, standing so long in the same darn place. Long comes the boss, hard as he can tear, wants you to think he's a grizzly bear. It's ash to ashes, dust to dust, let the poor man live and the rich man bust. Some people run all the mill folk down. Mill folk people make the world go around. They have a little drink, have a little fun. When everything's done, they rake out the mun. I left the mountains when I was a strip. Never will forget that awful trip. Walked all day behind an apple wagon. When I got to town, my pants was a dragging. Ash to ashes and dust to dust. Let the poor man live, the rich man bust. Wintertime comes, there's heck to pay. Go to the boss, gonna have to say, well, I need a load of wood, boy, I need a ton of coal. If everything's bad, I'll go in the hole. Gotta buy groceries at some chain store. Can't afford for to pay no more. If I don't starve, I'm a son of a gun, 'cause you can't buy beans without no money. It's ash to ashes, dust to dust. Let the poor man live and the rich man bust. Ash to ashes and a dust to dust. Let the poor man live and the rich man bust.
That's a good one, all right.
Yeah, Willie does a great job. Next, I have a guy from North Carolina, Weaverville, North Carolina, named Malcolm Holcomb. Unfortunately, we lost Malcolm a few years ago, but he was a pretty big name in the outlaw country music world, and he played here at the Folk Center. This is him doing one of his original songs called Who Carried You?
From a Cajun down there to Carolina, she was sick in the morning, see the town doctor. Life Agatha Christie, and that trail way back from New Orleans. Who done it? Who carried you? From churchyard to the liquor store, from the clothesline clean out the door. Well, Life Agatha Christie, in a trail way back from New Orleans. Who done it? Who carried you? Thelma Marie, 3 boys love Pearlie Jean, 59 to heaven through 37 years, oh Lord. Who done it? Who carried you? Remember sitting on a lap and smelling Listerine in black and white. Might have been that old faded TV, but it really was a Buick to the AMP. Who done it then? Who carried you? 37 years. Oh Lord, who done it? Who carried you? Say now. From a Cajun down there to Carolina, she was sick in the morning. When the CLT sprinkled, Lord, he's gone. She read John D. MacDonald and Ellery Queen, McCall's Life, Red Book magazines. Thelma Marie, 3 boys love Pearl and Jean. 59 to heaven through 37 years. Oh Lord, who done it? Who carried you? Who done it? Who carried you?
Yes, Malcolm does have a unique voice.
He has a way with these songs, and one of those voices that just fits what he does. Another guy that is a pretty big name in the outlaw country music world and also has a very, very unique voice, kind of similar to Malcolm Holcomb, who's a local boy, Billy Don Burns.
Oh, yeah, he's from right here in the county.
Right here in Mountain View. Billy Don Burns, he's written songs for people like Willie Nelson, Johnny Paycheck, Tanya Tucker, Cody Jinks even did one of his songs.
Yeah.
In fact, the song that Billy Don sings here was also recorded by Cody Jinks a couple of years ago. This is a song Billy Don Burns wrote about his home called Church at Gaylor Creek.
This is Gaylor Creek Church. That's a church that I grew up going to over here. But that's not really the name of the church. But everybody at 56 called it that because it was down on Gaylor Creek. So, anyway, thank you, Kobe. My favorite memories, some of my first, like a Sunday night meeting at an old country church. Sometimes my grandparents, they would come and take me to an old country church house down on Gaylor Creek. We all knew our neighbors, everyone there was friends. The preacher worked the timber like all other men. We were baptized by water, we were washed in the blood. Don't remember much money, but I recall lots of love. And that church was a long time ago. I'm talking distance and years. I'm not for certain that I could even get there from here. But on nights when I'm sober, not blinded by all that I see, my mind washes up at that church on Gaylor Creek. So many bar rooms, so many strangers, women and whiskey, so many dangers. That old honky-tonk highway has a wild horse road. Son, I've seen enough neon to circle the globe. That church was a long time ago. I'm talking distance and years. I'm not for certain that I could even get there from here. But on nights when I'm sober, not blinded by all that I see, my mind washes up at that church on Gaylor Creek. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we know where Gaylor Creek is, don't we? Right down the road here.
Yeah. We got time for just one more here before we close it out. This is a lady named Will Maring.
Oh, of course.
She's played here at the Folk Center a lot, and she's fantastic.
Yes, she is. What a songwriter.
Great songwriter, fantastic singer, has a unique voice.
She does.
That fits what she does to a T. Here, she's performing one of her original songs called Bottomlands.
One of my favorite songs of hers.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
As a child I knew the bottomlands, I knew its fury in the spring. I knew it's blazing heat in the summertime, and autumn mallards on the wing. And I knew the way to your house down an icy gravel road. Yes, I knew the way to your house with my eyes closed. As we walked along in the bottomlands where the corn grows 8 feet high, and the mud comes up between our toes, and the sun beats down like it somehow knows. Falls not far away, we'll walk again in the bottomlands someday. Like a midnight freight through the bottomlands on a track to God knows where, I took a ride in a life that was just as fast, and I landed somehow here. But the air here smells of gasoline, and I miss the cricket song. How was I to know that it would be so long till we'd walk again in the bottomlands where the corn grows 8 feet high, and the mud comes up between our toes, and the sun beats down like it somehow knows. Falls not far away, we'll walk again in the bottomlands someday. Now in dreams I go to the bottomlands, and I feel the August sun, and I smell my weeds in the ditches, and I hear the river run, and I see you on the riverbank, and you turn to me to smile. It's a dream that seems more real with every mile, till we walk again in the bottomlands where the corn grows 8 feet high, and the mud comes up between our toes, and the sun beats down like it somehow knows. Falls not far away, we'll walk again in the bottomlands someday. I imagine a home on the river bluff, overlooking the fields of green, where me and you, like we used to do, will walk the levee once again. But I'm still a little restless, and there's still some dues to pay. The wish will keep me working for the day when we'll walk again in the bottomlands where the corn grows 8 feet high, and the mud comes up between our toes, and the sun beats down like it somehow knows. Falls not far away.
Oh, what a great song. That's a dandy. She's, of course, one of my favorite singer-songwriters, and Bottomlands is a great song.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a break for now. We'll be back after this break for my weekly visit down to the vault to see you again, Jeff.
I'll see you after the break.
I
Dave.
will. You're listening to Ozark Highlands Radio. Welcome back to Ozark Highlands Radio. Well, I thought I'd head down to the vault right now and see what's going on with Jeff Glover. Come on with me. Hi, Jeff.
Well, hi, Dave. How's everything going?
Things are good. You've been busy down here this week, haven't you?
I am just always busy, right?
Yeah, I know we're working on this Voices show, and I wonder if there's anything you've heard down here that piques your interest?
You know, I've been listening to a lady whose voice has been common at the Ozark Folk Center as long as it's been a place.
Wow.
And her name is Pam Setzer.
Of course.
Yeah, I was just listening to this track with Pam Setzer and a guy named Mike Gavin called Rough and Rocky. You ever heard that one?
Oh, yeah, sure have.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
I'd love to.
All right, here you go.
Darling, I have come to tell you, though it almost breaks my heart, but before the morning, darling, we'll be many miles apart. Don't that road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when he's in my arms asleep? Can't you see the night birds crying far across the deep blue sea? While of others you are thinking, won't you sometimes think of me? Don't that road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when he's in my arms asleep? One more kiss before I leave you. One more kiss before we part. You have caused me lots of trouble. Darling, you have broke my heart. Don't that road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when he's in my arms asleep? When he's in my arms asleep. Thank you.
Oh, boy, that's some sweet harmonies, isn't it?
Oh, those guys do a great job.
They sang together for quite a while, and they just sounded so good. Pam, started here probably at the first show, I'll bet. Her dad was the mayor of Mountain View, and he was big in getting the folk center going. And I think she was like 9 years old or something when she started singing here. And that was in 73, and she's still singing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. What a gal.
Yeah, she does a great job, too.
Well, that's very good. Thank you for running that by me.
Absolutely, Dave.
Jeff, as we've already talked about, this is our Voices show, discussing different people we've heard on the show who have unique voices. So what else is on your list?
This is one by a guy named Dave Curley, who appeared here at the Folk Center playing in a band called the Paul Brock Band.
Oh, I remember them well. They were terrific. They were right off the the airplane, actually, from Ireland when they played here.
Yeah, Paul Brock is a Irish button accordion player, and he's really, really good at it. This was a guy in his band. And Dave Curley's voice isn't really all that unique other than he's Irish.
Yeah.
I just love this song. And I was just looking for an excuse to put it on the show again.
Is this Isle of Hope?
This is Isle of Hope.
Oh, man, what a song.
This song just breaks my heart every time. Let's listen to it.
On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of that Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was all of 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and dreams for the future in the land of liberty. And courage is the passport when your old world disappears. But there's no future in the past when you're 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in springtime when I came here and I stepped onto its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you're 15 years. Isle of hope, isle of tears, isle of freedom, isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. But the isle of home is always on your mind.
Oh, what a nice song written about Ellis Island.
That's right.
I know this because I've learned this song as well. There's a statue at Ellis Island, which is now a national monument, of the first person who signed the first logbook there, who came across, and it was this young lady. And there's a statue of her now there on Ellis Island. The author of this, Brendan Graham, went to Ellis Island and saw that statue and gave him the inspiration for this song.
I did not know that.
Yes, it's true.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next, we have a group. It's two ladies called the Secret Sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Really great harmonies. They're not actually sisters, I don't think. Their names are Laura Rogers and Lydia Slagle from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. This is an original song of theirs that was inspired by a tornado that went through Alabama a few years back. It's called Tomorrow Will Be Kinder by the Secret Sisters.
Okay.
Black clouds are behind me, I now can see ahead. Often I wonder why I try, hoping for an end. Sorrow weighs my shoulders down and trouble haunts my mind, but I know the present will not last, and tomorrow will be kinder. Tomorrow will be kinder. It's true. day I've cried a many tear, and pain is in my heart. Around me lies a somber scene. I don't know where to start, but I feel warmth on my skin. The stars have all aligned. The wind has blown, but now I know that tomorrow will be kinder. Tomorrow will be kinder. I know I've seen it before. A brighter day is coming my way. Yes, tomorrow will be kinder. A brighter day is coming my way. Yes, tomorrow will be kinder.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Another great song. Those girls can sure sing, too.
Oh, that harmonies are something else, aren't they? Next, I have a lady that played, it was last year before last, on our Dulcimer Fest. She was a teacher here. She taught mountain dulcimer here at the Folk Center during the Mountain Dulcimer Festival. And her name is Sarah Kate Morgan.
Oh, yeah. What a great singer she is.
She's singing here a song by a folk singer, Gene Ritchie, called West Virginia Mine Disaster.
Oh, say, did you see him? It was early this morning. He passed by your houses on his way to the cold. He was tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes so tender. His occupation was mining. West Virginia, his home. It was just before noon. I was feeding the children when Mosley came running to bring us the news. Number 8 was all flooded. Many men were in danger, and we don't know their number, but we fear they're all doomed. So I picked up the baby and I left all the others to comfort each other and to pray for their own. There is Tommy 14 and there's John not much younger, and their time soon is coming to go down the dark hole. And if I had the money to do more than just feed them, I'd give them good learning, the best could be found. So when they growed up, they'd be checkers and weighers, and not spend their whole lives in the dark underground.
Yeah, that's a Gene Ritchie song, all right. In fact, Aubrey Atwater, who does our guest host segments regularly, was a student of Gene Ritchie and knows all about her.
She does a lot of stuff
Yeah,
on
she
Gene
mentions
Ritchie.
her quite a bit on our program.
Yeah, it should be noted also that Sarah Kate Morgan, at 18 years old, she was the 2012 National Mountain Dulcimer Champion in Winfield, Kansas.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Before we close out this segment, I got one more that I'd like to play for you. Speaking of interesting voices, this lady, Meredith Axelrod, she's from San Francisco, California. She performs here with her partner, Craig Ventresco, and I like to describe her as a musical time traveler. She emulates the singers on these old recordings from way back around the turn of the last century.
Yep.
Here, she's doing a song called I Must Be Dreaming.
Darling, I just can't get over hearing you declare that you love me as I love you. I had never dared to ever hope that you would care. I can't believe it's really true. Who am I to think that you would care for me the way you do? I must be dreaming. Who'd have thought I'd ever see a day when you would smile at me? I must be dreaming. I would have laughed had someone told me that your dear arms would ever hold me. You were like a shooting star, so hard to reach, but here you are. I must be dreaming.
Wow, that was the unique voice of California-based Meredith Axelrod. Hey, it's time for another short break. When we return, Dr. Brooks Blevins will introduce us to another interesting Ozark character. You're listening to Ozark Highlands Radio. Welcome back to Ozark Highlands Radio. This week, writer, professor, and historian Dr. Brooks Blevins profiles the legendary Ozark original balladeer Oscar Gilbert, husband of famed ballad singer Aunt Ollie Gilbert.
I am an old highwayman, Cole Younger is my name.
They say timing is everything. Maybe it's not everything, but you can't deny it's important. By the time the folk revival hit its stride in the 1960s, folklorist John Quincy Wolfe Jr. had been recording old-timey singers and musicians in the White River Hills of Arkansas for more than a decade. Some of Wolf's discoveries lived long enough to become celebrities on the festival and college circuit. Others, though, passed away just at the moment when America's fascination with their music and their stories promised to cement their legacies as folk legends. And some of them were among Wolf's most talented and knowledgeable subjects. There was Fred High of Carroll County, Arkansas. A walking repository of folk songs and folk ways, the old farmer and rural postmaster knew more than 100 songs by heart, many of which he saved for posterity in self-published booklets before his death in 1962. Another was W.P. Deathrow, a farmer and former politician who played a mean fiddle and French harp. Described by Wolf as a man of independent opinions, bold ideas, and frank expressions, Deathrow also possessed a knowledge of at least 100 songs, which he continued to share with collectors and family members until his death in 1960. And no singer received greater praise from Wolf than Uncle Bob Stark, whose beautiful, clear voice carried across the hills of Cleburne County. A neighbor recalled that Uncle Bob, who died in 1957, didn't sing like anybody else. Even the church songs, he sang them different, she remembered. He said he sang them like he liked to hear them, and everybody at the church knew it and had to follow him because he had the loudest voice. Perhaps none of Wolf's singers came as close to well-deserved recognition as did Oscar Gilbert. Oscar's wife, whom a generation of festival-goers would come to know as Aunt Ollie Gilbert, survived him by 20 years, and an eventful 20 years they were. A banjo player and singer with a remarkable repertoire of hundreds of songs, Aunt Ollie sang at the first Arkansas Folk Festival and on festival stages from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. She appeared in TV documentaries and her recordings were featured on numerous albums. But Oscar died in 1960, just a couple of years before Ollie became Aunt Ollie, granny singer and darling of the festival circuit. His demise at the age of 75 meant that he missed the adulation and notoriety that would likely have come his way, for by most accounts, he was a finer singer than his wife and a more natural performer as well. Born and raised in Stone County, Arkansas, Oscar Gilbert lived almost all his adult life on a small farm in the community of Timbo, just a little piece from the farm of Jimmy Driftwood. He was a man of the hills, wrote John Quincy Wolf, Jr., independent, bold, and outspoken. He and Ollie raised 8 children on a big garden and the income he could scrape together farming, logging, and horse trading. Oscar worked hard, but he also appreciated a good shindig, and as Wolf noted, the love of old song was a part of his makeup. Though his repertoire of old songs measured only a fraction of that of his wife, he made up for it with a strong personality, resonant voice, and knee-slapping enthusiasm, traits that impressed Wolf when he first recorded Oscar in 1953. Like Ollie, Oscar possessed a mischievous streak a mile wide. No one in the community was safe from his practical jokes. Both of them, born storytellers, could slip into coarse humor without warning. In later years, Aunt Ollie's penchant for ribaldry reddened the faces of visitors on more than one occasion. So Oscar Gilbert arrived just a few years too early, or departed a few years too soon. He may have missed the festivals and the cameras and the records that brought Aunt Ollie undreamed of recognition, but Oscar's hearty voice and a bit of that strong personality survive in a handful of Wolf's recordings. We'll give him his due. Here's Oscar Gilbert singing his version of the ballad Cole Younger from a recording made in July 1953.
I am an old highwayman, Cole Younger is my name. Of deeds of desperators has led to many of a shame. While robbing of the Northfield Bank, it's a deed I'll never deny. It's a deed that I'll be sorry of until the day I die. We buy the fastest horses and then ride out of town. All on the prairie mountain, the jeans boys we sit down. With knives and cards, revolvers, we all sit down to play. Drinking of good whiskey, boys, for to pass the time away. We then got on our horses and northward we did go. That God-forsaken little town called Minnesota. Cole had his eye on the Northfield bank. His brother Bob did say, says Cole, if you undertake the job, you'll surely curse the day. We stationed out our pickets, we rode up to the town, and on that counter we struck our fatal blow. Says, hand us over your money, boys, Cold brother Bob did say. We are the noted younger boys, we spare no time to pray. We then got on our horses and started out of town. The officers, they pursued us, and Jim was shot down, while two of their brave companions made it home alive, while three of their brave companions lay between them in a Minnesota skies. That's last.
Thanks, Brooks. We're still down here in the vault, Jeff Glover and myself, discussing these interesting voices we've heard over the years here at the Ozark Folk Center. Jeff, you got a pretty good list going. What's next on your list?
Well, Dave, this is a guy who played here who's pretty well known in the blues music world, Taj Mahal.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah, Taj Mahal played here, and it was a great show. And, of course, he has a really interesting voice, really gravelly, rich voice, you know.
Yes, he does.
And here he's doing a tune, an original tune of his called Done Changed My Way of Living.
Got my little old baby back. Summertime, yeah. Sweet old apples in the fall. Yeah, in the summertime, apples in the fall. If I can't have that big butt leg girl of mine, want no skinny leg girl at all. Keep me so doggone tired. LA women keep me so doggone tired. Big hand will give me and leave me so dissatisfied. Down
Yeah, that was Taj Mahal, all right. When he played here at the Folk Center, he filled this place up. There was standing room only for that show. People came from everywhere to see Taj Mahal.
Yeah, far and wide.
Yeah.
Next on the list is another person that sings a lot of blues. She performed here with a group called the Jake Leg Stompers.
Uh-huh.
She's originally from Weeki Wachee, Florida. I guess that's, I don't know, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Weeki Wachee, I think.
Weeki Wachee? Oh, okay, Weeki Wachee, Florida. Her name is Leela Mae Smith. And here she's doing a traditional song called Trouble So Hard.
Oh, Lordy, my trouble so hard. Whoa, my Lord, my trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my trouble but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. I said, oh, Lordy, my trouble so hard. Whoa, my Lord, my trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Listen, trouble found me the other day. Got down on my knees and prayed. I told trouble, you can't stay. You can't stay. Pack your bags and leave today. I said, oh, Lordy, my trouble's so hard. Oh, my Lord, my trouble's so hard. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Listen, went down the hill the other day. So got happy and stayed all day. Trouble no more. Sing and shout. I knew my God would bring me out. I said, oh, Lordy, my trouble's so hard. Oh, my Lord, my trouble's so hard. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Listen, trouble got you bound and confused. Back against the wall, don't know what to do. Don't you give up. Don't you feel? Trust in God, He's always near. I said, oh, Lordy, my trouble's so hard. Oh, my Lord, my trouble's so hard. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. I said, oh, Lordy, my trouble's so hard. Oh, my God, my trouble's so hard. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God.
Miss Leela Mae Smith.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that sounds just like an old-time tune, doesn't it?
She is
Man.
really good at that. She
Yeah.
has that sound down to a T.
She's quite the singer.
Next on the list, and final, this is our last tune of the show.
Well,
We're moving from the blues world into the bluegrass world. This is a guy named Dave Adkins, who played here at the Mountain View Bluegrass Association's Bluegrass Festival.
I remember him, and he does have an interesting voice, all right.
Especially for the bluegrass music.
Yes.
For bluegrass music, Dave Adkins has a particularly soulful voice. And he's doing a song here by Townes Van Zandt called White Freightliner Blues.
Let's hear it.
Going back on the highway, let's do that big truck line. I'm going out on the highway. highway. Listen to that big truck. Whoa, oh, I'm afraid I don't want you all away, my mind. I'm going back down to Mountain View. People there, they treat you kind. I'm going back down to Mountain View. People there, they treat you kind. Whoa, I'm afraid I don't want you all away, my mind. Woo! Got bad news from Elkhorn, half my friends head back. I got bad news from Elkhorn, half my friends head back. Oh, I'm afraid I don't want you all the way, my mind. Son! We're gonna keep on rambling till we get from where we came. We're gonna keep on rambling till we get from where we came. Whoa, I'm afraid I don't want you all away, my brain. Whoa, I'm afraid I don't want you all away, my brain. Whoa, I'm afraid I don't want you all away, my brain. God bless you. Thank y'all.
That's the Dave Atkins Band playing a song by the late Townes Van Zandt. You know, this brings us to the end of our show featuring unique voices that we hear on our stage here at the Ozark Folk Center State Park. Jeff, it's been a great visit with you this week, and you've sure picked out some great tunes.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. Well, this is your host, Dave Smith. I'll see you next week.
Ozark Highlands Radio is produced by Jeff Glover. Executive producer is Darren Dorton. Additional support for this program comes from Arkansas State Parks, a division of the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, with 52 unique reasons to visit the natural state. On the web at arkansasstateparks.com. The Committee of 100 proudly supporting the Ozark Folk Center State Park since 1974. And by Stone Bank with roots in Mountain View, Arkansas. Stone Bank is a proud supporter of heritage musicians and small towns across America, with government-guaranteed loans for farmers, entrepreneurs, and communities. More information available at stonebank.com. For information on upcoming shows and events, we are on the web at ozarkhighlandsradio.com. Until next time, I'm Donna Farrar.